Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. So if you haven't did so, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell anytime I drop a video. So today's episode is a video that I sat on for a couple of days because I wanted to compile a lot of my thoughts into this video, my opinions on it. It's just how I feel, how I think about it. And it's the Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James situation. Now, I'm not a big fan of LeBron James by none. I think, what he's doing in the league, being, playing for 20 years at a decent a clip is astonishing. But the issue I have is all the political stuff that you see LeBron James does. He pick and chooses what he wants to say. He pick and chooses who he wants to go after. And I used to be a huge fan of Stephen A. Smith when he first came on the scene because the fact of the matter is he was brash, he was bold, he was a tell it like it is type of thing. But now that he has really risen his stock so high, is that he's pretty much, you could say, untouchable because a lot of people thought Stephen A. Smith's job was in jeopardy at ESPN. When it came down to Molly or what's the girl that does NBA Today? Man, she the one that got pretty much Jalen Rose fired. I can't remember her name right now. That's how significant she is to me at this point in time. But the thing about it is that Stephen A. Smith has been really critical over LeBron throughout the years, and he has made it known. Especially when it comes down to the Michael Jordan and LeBron James debate. And to me, I'm a huge Jordan fan. I watch other players too, but if you can't mention Kobe Bryant in the same breath as that, there's no debate between LeBron and Jordan. You can't even, to me, I feel like you can't compare LeBron to Kobe. Kobe is the closest thing to Michael Jordan, but that's neither here or there. The thing about it is Stephen A. Smith made some comments a while back about Bronny James, saying that LeBron James, he's not helping his son. He's kind of hindering him a little bit, because you pretty much force him into the league. You got to think about it. Bronny James just had an episode at USC where he passed out. His heart kind of like, was not good. And nobody thought that he was going to live or he was going to be able to play basketball again. But lo and behold, God makes all miracles and makes all things possible. And he's able to carry his life on and pursue his dream of playing in the NBA. But with that being said, your daddy has a hand in it. LeBron, a lot of people was critical about Bronny James not being in the draft in the first round, let alone he drafted in the second round. And did he get a contract that's pretty much more than any second round player ever had in the NBA? And on top of that is that you get to try out with the Lakers, you get to play with your dad for the first time. Me personally, I won't want to play with my kid. I want my kid to have a separate identity from mine when it comes down to sports. I play sports. I have a daughter that played basketball and ran track. I had a son that plays football, soccer, and ran track. I had another son that played football. I play football. I play baseball. I play what I said. I play football, basketball, and soccer, baseball. Yeah. So, and I have a sister that played sports, cousins, everything. So, all of us have our own separate identities, and you should want that for your kid. Because the fact of the matter is that you're making millions in the league. You can't force the league to do this for your kid. It just, and that's what I see LeBron does. He tries to force the league to cater to his son. Now, a lot of people don't think Bronny's good. I don't think he's good. I'm not going to call the man's son trash. I mean, it's easy for me to say that, but he's not a good player. He's not. Some people think that Bryce James is way better than Bronny, and Bryce James is way taller. He's going to probably be a little bit more physical than Bronny. Bronny is 6'2". That's my height. He's a little stocky to be 6'2". And the thing about it is that I think what this is, I don't even know what year he in, first year, or whatever the case might be. But nevertheless, is that I don't think he's good. And for LeBron to really get upset about it, to come after Stephen A. Smith, my thing is this here. It's what ways you do about it. LeBron, like, I remember one time LeBron got mad at a fan heckling him, and he got the referee to throw the fan out. You know what I'm saying? You seen, last year, Shannon Sharp almost exploded on John Morant. No, on Dylan Gabriel and John Morant daddy on the sideline. And he had apologized for it. Stephen A. Smith, after this incident went down, Stephen A. Smith went on First Take. And like I said, ever since Stephen A. has signed this new contract worth of $100 million, it seems like now that he has an issue with a lot of people. We don't see Stephen A. Smith went after Kyrie Irving. We don't see him went after Kevin Durant, where him and Kevin Durant mama had to sit down and talk. As a father, LeBron James has every right to be. It's like, hey, if you're going to talk about him as a basketball player, but don't talk about his character. I just think they was talking about his basketball because he's not good. Would you want somebody to get on TV and lie and say that his son is going to be this and that, and we know that his son is not going to be good? Yeah, he's got talent, but he's not going to be good. He's not. And then LeBron made the comment about his son is better than half of the players in the in the NBA. Oh, Lord, I said the W. In the NBA. So the fact of the matter is that a lot of these players are taking that to the heart and to exception. And you got to understand that. You got to understand that a lot of these players, these younger players in the league, do not like LeBron James right now. And once LeBron leaves, they're going to give it to his son. They're going to talk trash to him. And Bronny going to have to learn to stand up to himself and defend himself. His daddy is not going to be around to defend him. You are in a grown man's league right now. You making millions of dollars. And a lot of people are feeling like you making more than them when you didn't even work as hard as them to get to the point that you are. So people going to feel some type of way. But LeBron, he got to understand that you put your son in that situation. You had him go from one college to USC. But he didn't really play well at. He hasn't. I mean, if you look at Bronny James' stats right now in the G League, it's pretty decent. He's averaging 21 points, almost 6 rebounds, almost 2 assists, over 5 assists a game. I mean, that's pretty decent in the G League. That's pretty decent. But you got to understand this. That's the G League. Everybody plays well in the G League. But when you come off from the G League and onto a team, it's different. It's totally different. And Stephen A. Smith made a comment saying he needs to stay in the G League. I would suggest him going overseas to play with some teams that play different style, a little bit more physical, where he could probably learn some different things. I think that would be a best route for Bronny James to go. But let me get to this video, how it all started, because it happened the other night at the Knicks. The Lakers beat the Knicks, I think, in overtime. And Stephen A. was on the sideline, and LeBron James was not too far. Now, there's two separate clips going out. This is the main clip that really went out. But there's another one showing LeBron was not too far from Stephen A. Smith, and he walked over to him. Now, me personally, some people say, well, hey, LeBron did the right thing. He walked up to him, approached him, and, told him, say, hey, keep my son's name out your mouth. And like I said, to me, if your son can't take criticism, then he don't need to be in the league because it ain't going to be the first time. Because guess what? Charles Barkley has already said something to him, and LeBron James has, he probably had words for him, but he's not going to step up to him because guess what? Charles Barkley isn't Stephen A. Smith. Charles Barkley lost his friendship over Michael Jordan for being too honest and critical of Michael Jordan. So you think Charles Barkley really care about what LeBron James have to say about when it came down to critiquing his son? See, he went after Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith works for ESPN. And we all know how that goes. We already know how that goes. But then Stephen A. Smith went from First Take and then went on to his podcast to address the situation even further. Take a listen.
He approached me during the game and he said, stop effing with my son. That's my effing son. Stop effing with my son. I said, what? Nah, man, straight up, man to man. Real talk. Stop effing with my son. And I saw how furious he was. And I said, we can talk about it later. Nah, F that. Stop effing with my son. That's my son. I said, all right, dog. Fine. And he walked away. That's all he said. I knew what he was talking about. I've spoken about this before. Matter of fact, I heard that not many, not all, but a few players were upset at me about that. I think one player in particular was Draymond Green, who I haven't spoken to since and has no desire to speak to me primarily because of this, I suppose. And I found out the way that I found out, which was last night.
So Stephen A. Smith alluded to what LeBron James said to him. But if you looked at the clip that I showed you earlier, it looks like LeBron said what he had to say in that, and it wasn't more of a dialogue. It was like a quick say so and pretty much walked off. Boom. Stephen A. Smith got on First Take. Sound timid. Sound shaken. Sound threatened. Like his life was in danger. Now, we all know the behind the scenes details of what's really going on. I don't want to have to dive too much in it, but people who know what I'm talking about understands what I'm talking about. We know LeBron is at a certain height. He's on that echelon. Same as Jay-Z, same as Diddy. All these elite people, they're on that high tier. And Stephen A. Smith done got himself into that tier as well. He got himself in that tier as well. He has to walk a certain walk especially when he's being critical to one of the high elites. So when LeBron James stepped to him, it was issuing him a warning. It's more about his son. It's a warning about his life. Now, I'm going to leave it right there. Y'all could discuss that amongst yourself and understand what I'm talking about. See, LeBron James went after Charles Barkley. He went after Charles Barkley. But Charles Barkley is the second highest paid player in sports, in TV. And if you don't believe me, I think I have it. I think I had it right here. I'm not sure. But anyway, so yeah, he's the second highest. Tom Brady is the first, and Stephen A. is third. But like I said, Charles Barkley done had threats to him too, but that doesn't stop him. My thing is this here. Stephen A. got on First Take. He talked the good game, but we already know they like you need to check yourself. You're doing too much. They got to reel Stephen A. Smith back in because see, you think about this. Now that he has that $100 million extension contract with ESPN, which he alluded to that what deal was done in October. Now he's trying to get into more of a politic figure because now he wants to be one of these people. You see it slowly turning. You see it slowly becoming what Stephen A. Smith is and what he's going to be about more. He's turning himself from a sports person into a politician slowly. But when it comes down to commentating on the game of basketball and critiquing a person, as a media person, you should be able to do it. Because the fact of the matter is, as long as you ain't being disrespectful about the situation, then that's fine. But I just think that people are too sensitive when it comes down to Bronny James while giving a perfect critique about him and say, hey, the guy is not good. He's not a good basketball player. He should be able to develop here. He should be able to develop everywhere else. And at the end of the day, his development hinges on what kind of player he's going to be in the future and for his long career. Will he make it 20 years like his dad in the game? That's the question is. Because if he's not good now, when will he be good? And if LeBron James can't fathom that, or he's too much of in his head, or he has too much of an ego to think about it, then that's on him. Because the fact of the matter is that he got to understand that you got, like Stephen A. said, he got Draymond Green and he got all of these Kenyon Martins and all Dwayne Waynes, all of these people coming after him, because he's crucial over LeBron James' son Bronny. Well, guess what? If you in this, being in this media space, you're gonna have friends and you're gonna have people to like you and you're gonna have people to dislike you. This is a place where you get what you get at by being who you are. Look at Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless probably some of the most hated personality in media because you look what him and Shannon went through. You look how he has dogged out Chris Bosh. He has dogged out Russell Wilson. He has dogged out LeBron James. And if anybody, LeBron James should have went after him. But I don't think that would have. I don't know if that would have been a good thing. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Skip Bayless has ripped so many people. He went after Jalen Rose. He went after Richard Sherman. Him and Richard Sherman had a time, and then Richard Sherman ended up working for him. So, but the thing about it is that LeBron is a father. I get it. Being overly sensitive, that's LeBron James. He's overly sensitive. He reacts to stuff. He said, hey, look, this is what I would do. I would have told him, I said, hey, you could critique about his game, but don't take personal shots at him. But that's not going to stop Stephen A. Smith. He's going to continue to do it because he's getting paid by ESPN to do his job. And ESPN is not going to let anything happen to Stephen A. Smith because he is their breadwinner. So regardless of what LeBron feels or how he steps to him, Stephen A. Smith is protected by ESPN. And he's going to be allowed to say and do certain things that other people can't say and do. That's just how it is. Now, on this last tidbit, I just read that Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless is about to reunite. No, they're not about to work together, but they are about to reunite. And actually, this was taped and filmed a while back. And Skip Bayless will be airing the episode on his podcast, The Skip Bayless Show. So I guess Skip Bayless needs some views. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, in the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next episode, I'm out of here.
Ayy, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.